Next up, the Big Scoop, one of the first fish folk business established on the island. The Big Scoop was opened by Tang and their family in 1994 to showcase the fish folk's skill in making ice cream using a range of seaweeds cultivated in the sea caves beneath the island. I don't know about seaweed ice cream. Sounds a little weird. Oh my god, he's adorable. Okay. Anything in here worth looking into? What's in here? Oh. Oh. Right about there, right? No? No? Maybe underneath? Maybe. Could be. Get it straight. No. This top part that's a little weird. I'm seeing it incorrectly. What is this stuff on the outside, though? I think it's got to be this way. I wonder if... There it is. I'm wondering if it was a different angle of the same thing. And it was! Although you could probably say that about all of them, right? Thank you, Marky. Scoops. He's got more scoops, as any proper ice cream store should have. Okay. Queen of the Isles sailing time. So why can I look at this? It's so weird. So part of the problem with the white outlines to identify things, when something is like all white, it's hard to tell if it's being outlined or not. Like, I see that it's bringing up text, but I can't tell if it's outlined. The Queen of the Isles. In 2006, the Tipukatan people's government signed a deal with the Sea Def Corporation to make Shelmerston's harbor suitable for larger vessels, building a new harbor arm and dredging the southern bay. They also part-funded Queen of the Isles, connecting Shelmerston to the mainland with a weekly ferry service. Oh! Lovely. The harbor light. Okay. And there's something here. Who's this person? Alright, we'll jump right in on that. Sally Mapes, his widow again?
I missed Ogden so much, and for the first month there was no letter at all. I took my place at college on the mainland without knowing how he was feeling. It was a shock how low it made me, even though I was working with flowers, my dream job. I threw myself into making friends and working as hard as I could. I wondered about him travelling the world, without me and without his sousaphone. What he was doing, how he was feeling. Then the letters started arriving, and it was amazing. Each one came with a penny from a different country. One from Valparaiso, another from Dakar. I wrote back and told Ogden about my course, trips to Kew Gardens, which were amazing. And Ogden told me about his voyage, watching dolphins and flying fish, crossing the equator. Sometimes we were both lonely. We poured out our hearts to each other. In a funny way, I think the letters made us closer than ever.
Or he was sowing his royal oats.
When he arrived in Christchurch, he'd send me flowers pressed in his letters. I sent him a shell from home, and then he sent me a New Zealand halfpenny. It was my favourite. On one side was the head of a Maori tiki. Ogden told me it was lucky.
I wasn't even paying attention to the memory. Oh went way past it. What is a halfpenny? I don't know what a halfpenny
I came
is.
back to the island, and when my father died, I opened up my own florist shop on the quay. I tucked the halfpenny under the front step for luck, polished up Ogden's sousaphone and put it in the window. They both brought me luck, and the shop flourished. One day, Ogden showed up at the shop, completely out of the blue. He told me there was nowhere like Shelmerston, and no one like me. I was so thrilled to see him, I asked him to marry me there and then. He said yes.
So is this implying, and maybe I'm reading into this wrong, is that he went on like a mission to see if there is another place like this place, like Shelmerston, and another girl like her, or better than her. And he went around the world searching for greener pastures, and he could not find them. I think that's that's maybe a little cynical. Okay. Oh, this is the end.
The lure of Shelmerston. It always pulls people back when they try to move away. They were a lovely couple, Sally and Ogden.
I'll take your word for it. Excuse me? Excuse me? Alright, we'll just pretend that's normal then. Let's snoop on this girl. What the hell? Didn't we see that person before? I think we did. I guess I just didn't pay attention that his head was not normal. Oh, is that the coin? Kiwi? Okay.
One good thing about being dead, I'll never have to deal with counting change again.
We use debit cards these days, pal. You know, what kind of backwoods island you're on. A decommissioned mine used to collect money. Okay. I think that's it for this area. 2 more to go. And this is the end of the road. Oh, wow. I just zoomed right across there, didn't I? We did these. We didn't go to the right is all. Like this here. What did that say? Let's read it first. Shelmerston Chandlerly sell all of their larger items from the shed. It was originally the front half of the Beatrice and a Shelmerston lugger that was sawn in half when she reached the end of the career as a fishing boat. You can find the stern of the Beatrice Ann along... Yeah, we've been there. Ken McArdle. He looks like a scallywag if I've ever seen one. That's just all boys. Okay. All right, there's a home. Oh, who's this guy? Anthony Scruggins. Skylark, is that the name of the boat? Isle of Jura, calendar 2019. He's got a still in here. Why is it hidden in his boat? Is this illegal? I think this is illegal. Okay. So they're painting or green. I didn't mean to click off of it. I don't know where this would be. All right, let's talk to this guy. Henry Nancaro, bootlegger and music teacher. That's a combo. Let's jump in his brain.
I remember when a young Ogden asked to join the Shelmerston Silver Band. I recognised his talent immediately.
What talent? His musical talent? He left his instrument behind, though.
He could play anything, that lad. Literally anything. Eventually, he settled on the sousaphone, which he always insisted on playing with his lucky bronze mouthpiece.
Oh, does this predate him leaving, I guess, then?
One evening, after the Silver Band played a storming concert in the Camel, Ogden and Sally got it into their heads to go for a night swim in the harbour. Young love and all that. Ogden left his mouthpiece behind, and when we came back the next morning to pack up, it had disappeared.
How would someone take that?
It really rattled him. Ogden was worried he wouldn't be able to perform without it, but of course, next time we played, he was just as good as ever. Didn't need any lucky mouthpiece, our Ogden.
Okay.
He could play anything, that lad.
Oh, that's the end. I was wondering why it wasn't moving.
Ogden was so talented. A real virtuoso. Oh, I loved listening to him play.
Oh, speak for yourself, Morris. It was a terrible racket.
Get over it, girl. Okay, so there is a house of sorts somewhere in here. I didn't mean to click all the way out again. So it's not in this view, or else it'd be thumping, right? I've got to click on something to zoom in. Winkle Bob Robbins. Okay, Bob. But I can't click on anything in here. So it is either inside the boat or it's one of these cans or something out here. And that doesn't look like something I would see in a can. Or a winch. So my guess is it's in here somewhere. Right? I didn't click on all the stills, did I? Not that. No. No. Anything else in here? So what have I not... Oh, his toolbox! This looks like my answer. What is this? Oh. Honey! He's got honey. I wish it would say their names, the Grenkins, when I unlock them. Oh well. Alright, that is settled. Who are you? Colin Pickering, get a neck. A fish market, okay. So there's something in here with this guy. Let's jump in that first, I guess. Hello, Simon Grun, captain of the Shelmerston cricket team. He looks the part too.
It was the day of the island cricket match out on the volcanic sandspit. We had lost to Appledore for the past 3 years, and it was my first year as captain. I didn't want another loss on my watch. Ogden had just come back from New Zealand and told me he'd be up for it. I wasn't sure. I remembered Ogden from school. He was lanky and good in the field, but batting... not sure.
They played on a little island?
Ogden showed up with his own bat. He told me he'd won it in a pub in Dunedin and that it had belonged to a famous New Zealand player. I wondered whether I should put him into bat at all, but Ogden whispered to me that he'd been playing on deck all the way home. I knew Ogden wasn't a bluffer, but he was never the guy who got picked for the first team at school. Still, I had nothing to lose. Ogden hit a six with his first stroke. We went wild! And just when I thought it must be a fluke, he hit another, and another. He was a machine!
So, what's the catch with this guy? He's very talented with music and various instruments. He is very excellent at cricket. No, it's that perfect.
So many cricket balls out into the sea that we had to stop play. We'd run out. It was a stunning win, and we carried Ogden back across the sand and into the Camel. Even though he'd won the match pretty much single-handedly, he insisted it was all down to the bat and plenty of practice. Ogden was solid gold.
He's got a corked bat. Oh, that's the end.
How's that? What a great day that was. And we've beaten Appledore every year since. Those poor chaps never did recover from Ogden's incredible batting.
So, one thing I want to point out, in the top left there, I realized I do have 2 things there I still need to find. Well, 3 now. I know it must have seemed like I was ignoring it. Is that moving? Slippery Derek, he's alive? What is he doing up there? What does he eat? So I'm looking for this cricket ball that someone has somewhere. I don't think this is it. This is just a... Oh, is it inside the barnacle? It is. No, it's not. That's not it either. It's inside here. Oh, it is it.
Hey, Morris. Remember when we found one of these heavy balls on the beach and I dropped it on your toe?
That was rude. Thanks for making me remember that. See, it looks a little different than it was, didn't it? I don't know. That's weird. Okay. Is that the end of the... Oh, it's not the end. Oh my gosh. There's so much. What is this? Who is that? Arthur Bergonzi? Get a life. Okay, so there is... It's a lily pad of sort. It's gotta be... Like that. What is that thing? Is that a frog? Hold on, I want to see what that is. Can't click on it. It is a frog. He's just chilling. Like a super villain. I was playing Animal Crossing last night, and I have 2 like goofy characters on my island. And one of them said something like that. He's like, you and me, we could be chilling like super villains. I'm like, what? You're out of control, Phil. Okay. I don't think I need anything in here. Let's move on. How far over does this thing go? B field. This looks like a cat. Why does it look like a cat? It's because it is a cat. All right, so it's got to go like this. Oh, there we go. Yep, thank you for the help, Sparky. Your nose is on point. All right, that seems to be the end of the road. Wonderful. Seismologists? What are they seismologizing? A volcano? What did it say about them? Doug Bradfield and Angie Potts are seismological postgraduates, I can't read, from University College London, who have been studying Shelmerston for several years. When the remote instruments detected unusual activity, they headed straight for the island to investigate in person. Doug and Angie are becoming increasingly concerned that something unprecedented, I'm trying to not, there we go, is happening on Shelmerston. The seismograph readings show a pattern of activity that hasn't been recorded before anywhere in the world. An alarming escalation of tremors suggesting something very significant is about to happen. Isn't that about the time that they should, like, evacuate the island? I would think. Okay. So we got to revisit a few of these, right? Because now the dog can, yeah, see, we've already been to this one, but the dog is catching stuff. All right, so what do we got here? What is this? I don't think the answer's there. I think it's in this one. But which one? I don't know what that could be. Well, it's not in that. It's in here. Oh. Wow, okay. See, it's so weird that I stumble onto some of them like that, and others it takes forever. 8 of 14. My God, there's still 6 of them in this area. There's probably one in here. And this is where we got to find a camel, right? I don't remember. My memory's awful. Is there a camel in here? I mean, you would think. I had a feeling. That seems about right. Right about there? Gotta be. I mean, that's close. I guess this isn't as round. How does that get rounded like that? There it goes. It's just on an angle. As always, it's on an angle. Thank you, dog. All right, so we're back to searching for a camel and whatever that is. What is that, a weight? Can't tell. Sapphire singing Hypnotized at the Camel Karaoke Night. Absolutely smashing it. Sanchia and Lance. Jefferson Silver Band playing at the Camel. See, stuff like this is really neat. It gives I don't know. It gives the place life, right? You're looking at this, you see this history. The man, the myth, Tony Scruggins, right? That tells a story. Each picture tells a little story, a little history of this pub. Ogden winning the low tide cricket match. See? I don't know. I like it. Miles Humboldt and Ian Carringer warming up. I'm sorry, but that's ice cream. Pete and Val. Okay. What is down there? Ooh, that one looks tough. That looks tough. Is it one of the toasters? I'm not so sure it is, but what else could it be, right? Maybe inside the toaster? It's a fire hazard, if I ever saw one. This whole establishment is strange. I don't really know what this is. I am missing something, right? Oh. I sure was. What is this? No. It's got to be this way. Has to be. I feel like it's... Where is this little indentation coming from? Okay, gotta be an angle, right? Let's go back to the angle thing. Gotta be an angle. And this, I don't know. Oh, 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 there it is. I don't like how it didn't show the legs, though. It was misleading. All right, we got Toasty. I spent way too much time inside there looking for him. Okay. And there's one in here, too. So what have we? This is a pot. So... Here. Well, that was easy. Oh my god. Basically instantaneous. How many do I have left? There's 3 more. And I still have the 2 memories I gotta find. Which I don't know which building they are in. Okay, it is this thing. So same thing. Oh. I'm getting close. I don't know, that seems... Well, maybe not. Wait, hold on. Let's get out of here. All right. So, I need... So I gotta have this part here. Maybe I'm on the wrong end. Again, that felt a little misleading. Like, all that stuff on the inside wasn't there. All right, let's get rid of these kippers. Grab check. Oh, that's right. These will enlarge when we... All right, all right. I forgot about that. That's going to help me. So what is this? 2 things on the outside and 2 things like that. The fish, maybe? No. You? No. Something else. How about Susan? Is that you, Susan? No. Can't click on those things. Oh, that. Yep, saw it. That looks close. Nope, it's got to go the other way. No? Maybe it is from the top. It is. Okay, gross. Let's get out of here. Crabs give me heebie-jeebies. One more Grenkin! Gotcha. So, nothing in here. Sweets. That looks like coins. Is that this? No. This. No. None of the above. What's back here? Nope. So it's got to be one of these then? I don't think so. These have little circles in it. What could it be then? There's my answer. I think this is another weird angle one. I think. God. That's close. Oh, did I get it? I think I did. That's all the Grunkins then, right? All right, cool. Now I can move on to the mementos. Okay, Grunkins are found. All right, so the seaside shop, there was a camel in here that I should have went for and I didn't. No, there's no camels in there, that's right. So where are they hiding this little camel? Not in there. I can't go inside there. In a boat? I bet you it's in a boat. I bet you it's not in a boat. I had something in it, but not camels. Was it in here and I just didn't pay attention enough? That would be a yes. I could have found that a long time ago if I had paid attention. Okay.
Camels are so obviously a made-up animal. Humans will believe any old rubbish.
Whatever, Sparky, you didn't have an education. Okay, now we need to find whatever this thing is. I don't even know what it is. It looks like a weight. It's got a number on it, like it's a weight or something. No, I've already done that. So wait a minute. Didn't I just check like all the things and it's not in any of them? So where is it? Oh, it's not a number. I thought it said 90. It's upside down. So that's oh my god, what is his name? Ogdell? I don't remember his name. OB. I remember seeing something with his name. Oh my god, this is it right here. it's a funnel. And I didn't notice that you can click on them. Hiding in plain sight, as per the usual. All right, well, that was my last
They
object.
seem to have been using it as a funnel. These bootleggers are very resourceful.
That's it.
Ah, yes. A very distinctive odor indeed. I reckon I can find him from this. Here I come, Ogden.
Let's do it. This part of it always cracks me up. Wait, where are all the things? There's like none of them over here. Got them all. Is that everything? It is! Welcome back, Ogden. I know you're shocked. Guess he comes with a sousaphone. What do you mean you're winking at me?
Oh, this feels so good. Terrific to see you, Morris. Oh, it's great to see you too, mate.
Have a stretch, Ogden. We have a question for you.
Sparky, owner of the very finest singing voice on the island. What can I do for you?
Well, it's about the custodian. We need a replacement.
Ah, yes. I've heard that volcano rumbling. Poor Aggie must be very tired. Yes, she is. We need a replacement. Oh. Oh, you want me to be the custodian? Well, I'm honored, but I can't. Are you sure? The island is in dire need. I know, and I sympathize, but Sally is the other half of me. I need to watch over her. Everything else may be changing, but she's my constant, and I'm hers. I need to go into the West with her when it's her time. Yes, I understand. You two always did have an enviable connection. We were very lucky to find each other. And I'm still lucky just to watch over her. Makes this place still feel a bit like home, even as it changes. So I'm going to stay. But listen, once you've found the custodian, come back and enjoy a sniff of that beer in the Camel with me, eh? Sure, Ogden. Well, see you around.
Okay, Ogden, bye-bye.